Hi friends, today we're going to be working on an important reading skill that you probably remember from third grade. Our goal for today is for you by the end of the lesson to be able to identify the author's purpose for writing a text. Author's purpose. So what is the author's purpose? Authors write for many reasons. You can probably think about your own writing and think about the different reasons you write. Maybe you write stories for fun or poems for fun. Or maybe you write because your teacher makes you. Maybe your teacher makes you write a report about something. Many different reasons why we write. The author's purpose tells you why the author wrote a story, an advertisement, or directions. Pretty much any type of text that an author wrote has a purpose. The author isn't writing for any old reason. They have a purpose. There are three main types of author's purpose. To persuade, an author might write to persuade, they might write to inform, they might write to entertain. An easy way to remember this is to remember that all authors love pie. And pie stands for persuade, inform, entertain. So that's how you can remember all the different reasons an author might write. So what does it mean to persuade? Other authors may write to try and get you to do something or buy something. That would be like opinion writing. If you're giving your opinion, you're trying to explain why you think the way you do and to get others to think like you. If they're trying to get you to do something or buy something, they're writing to persuade. Here's an example of an advertisement. What's better in the morning than a large cup of coffee and a warm, sweet glazed donut? No one makes a better donut than Pop's Donut Shop. So hop on down to 125 Sweet Tree Lane or call ahead and place an order. Yum. The author wrote this to persuade you to eat their donuts. They know there's lots of other places you could buy donuts. They're trying to persuade you to come to their store. To inform, an author may write to give you facts or true information. So informing is like nonfiction. So if they're writing to inform, they're trying to teach you something. Here's an example of informational writing. A lion is one of the 4 types of large cats. The male lion can weigh up to 550 pounds and can be identified by his mane. Females do not have a mane. Wild lions live in Africa and Asia. Lions normally live between 10 to 14 years in the wild. Female lions are usually the hunters and go in packs to find their family's meals. The author wrote this to inform you about lions. Everything in there was fact. To entertain. Some authors write fiction stories or stories that are not true. You read these stories just for fun. If so, they're writing to entertain. Here's an example. Justin was so excited about his birthday party for next week. He told his mom he wanted ice skates for his birthday after watching his friends play ice hockey. On the day of his birthday, he unwrapped a new pair of ice skates, threw on his jacket, and ran out the door to the ice rink. When he got on the ice, Justin made it about 2 slides before he fell on his face. The author wrote this just to entertain you. It's kind of fun, even though got hurt. Okay, so let's see what you remember. To get you to do or buy something. What type of writing is that? I hope you said persuade. They're trying to persuade you to do or buy something. How about facts or true information? Yes, to inform. That type of writing is to teach you something, to inform you about something. Fiction story to read for fun. Yeah, to entertain. Now, just to be clear, lots of times authors combine these reasons. Lots of times authors will be writing to teach you or inform you, but they'll do it in an entertaining way, a fun way. Lots of times authors might write to persuade you to do something, but they might use actual facts, actual information to help make their case, to help persuade you to do something. So it gets a little iffy because you can combine a bunch of these sometimes. But today we're just going to keep it simple and there'll just be one reason for the writing. So if you want to pause the video and get a pencil and paper so you can follow along, please do so. Let's see if you can identify why the author wrote these passages. Go ahead and pause the video and read this to yourself. Okay, Tom loved to go fishing in the spring. He would catch the fish and then bring them home for his mom to cook and have a big family meal. One day, Tom and his friend Josh set out on their boat to catch fish. After a few hours, they hadn't caught any fish. Suddenly, a large fin popped out of the water, and Tom's fishing line started to pull. He pulled as hard as he could, and into the boat popped the biggest fish he'd ever seen. That was pretty fun. Why did the author write this? What was their purpose? Yeah, to entertain. That was a fun story. I totally agree with you. Let's try another one. Pause the video, read it to yourself. Okay, the Get You Skinny is an absolutely amazing machine. You can walk, jog, or run your way to a new body in a matter of months. It is easy to step up and simple to use. Watch as the pounds will come off so quickly. To make your purchase, send a check for $100 to 3456 Washington Avenue, Kenmore, Illinois 89344. Why did the author write this? Yes, they want to persuade you to buy your Get You Skinny machine. Yeah, so why did the author write this? You're right. They obviously wanted to persuade us to buy the Get You Skinny machine. I don't know if we're going to fall for that. Okay, let's try the next one. Pause the video, read it to yourself, and decide why the author wrote it. Welcome back. Surfing is a water sport where a person rides a board as a wave carries them towards the shore. Surfing begins when the surfer paddles to the shore to try and match the speed of the wave. Once the wave begins to carry the surfer forward, the surfer stands up and rides the wave. Surfers like to ride big waves because they make the ride more adventurous. Why did the author write this? That's right, to inform us. They wanted to give us information about surfing. Let's try this one. Pause the video, read it to yourself, and decide how you know why the author wrote it. Unbelievable beauty makeup will change the look of your face from drab to fabulous. It's easy to apply and simple to remove with soap and water. Go out for a night in the town looking your best. This wonderful makeup can be yours at the low price of $58.95. Just call our company and order yours today. Unbelievable Beauty Makeup, 1-800-555-0134. Why did the author write this? Yes, they wanted to persuade us to buy their makeup. Did you fall for it? Did you call? Pause the video, read this one to yourself, and decide why the author wrote it. Welcome back. I hope you decided that this was informational because it's full of facts about Elvis Presley's life. Are you all shook up? Ooh, ooh. That's an Elvis Presley song. This was written to inform you about Elvis Presley's life. Pause the video, read this to yourself, decide the author's purpose. I hope you realized that this was an advertisement meant to persuade you to come and buy a puppy. I like to get puppies from the animal shelter, not buy them. How about you? Last one. Pause the video, read it to yourself, decide why the author wrote this. Welcome back. It was a story about a sleepover, and it was written to entertain you, even though I didn't really find it that entertaining, but that's what the purpose was, just supposed to be fun, to entertain, because it was a story. Okay, let's take it to another level. Try to identify the correct author's purpose for these last 5 passages. Let's do it. How do you see our world in the future? If we recycle, then we can reuse plastic, metal, and paper to help keep our earth clean for many years to come. Recycling is very easy to do. All you need to do is collect items made of recyclable material and take it to your nearest recycling center. So, help our earth and recycle today. Pause the video, read the choices for why the author wrote the passage, and decide which one you think is correct. Welcome back. Why did the author write this passage? To inform you about how to recycle? Well, they didn't really tell us how, so no. To entertain you with a story about recycling? Nope, wasn't that interesting at all. To persuade you to recycle to help our earth? Yes, definitely. They told us it was easy, we can keep the earth clean, we're going to help the earth. That sounds right. And it wasn't all about plastic, so C is the correct answer. Harry was a very mischievous cat. He liked to play with the toilet paper, track muddy paw prints throughout the house, and go through the neighbor's cat door and eat their cat's food. One day his family got a goldfish. Harry stared at him day and night until one morning the family woke up and the goldfish was gone. When they looked for Harry, they found him fast asleep behind the dirty laundry basket in the garage, with a goldfish hanging out of his mouth. Ah! Pause the video. Decide, why did the author write this passage? Okay, this was tricky because there's two entertains on there, and obviously this was written to entertain. Was it to entertain us with a story about a cat who gets in trouble, or to entertain you with a story about the goldfish? Definitely about a cat who gets in trouble. It was not very entertaining for the goldfish. So A is the correct answer. Let's do one more. The Statue of Liberty is a gigantic sculpture in the New York Harbor. The statue was a gift from the people of France in recognition of the friendship established between France and the United States during the American Revolution. She holds a tablet with the date of the American Declaration of Independence. Since it was created, the statue has become a symbol of freedom for the United States. Pause the video. Decide why the author wrote this passage. Again, they're trying to trick you because there are two informs on here. It's clearly facts and information, but is it to inform you about the American Revolution or to inform you about the Statue of Liberty and why it was made? I hope you said D, to inform you about the Statue of Liberty and why it was made. Although it did mention the American Revolution, that was only one fact, whereas the whole thing was about the Statue of Liberty and about why it was made. So D is the correct answer. Thank you so much for learning about author's purpose with me